Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. I want to continue talking about nuclear war, the conflict that could develop, and no one knows. But it's better to be safe than sorry, and it's better to be 5 minutes early than 5 minutes late when it comes to preparing for a nuclear event. This was definitely an event that Russia could feel backed into a corner, and China might want to jump in too to make sure it goes their way. So a lot of people said, Dave, they appreciate me talking about, how to improvise a shelter at their house. But some of the people are saying, Dave, I live at ground zero. I live in big cities. I live over here by a military base. Then you have to leave. There's nothing you can do. You don't have the ability to dig down hundreds of feet and make a bunker that would survive a direct impact. So the only option is to have a bug out bag, stuff to throw in the car quickly, and to get out. And that means you're going to have a plan. Also, if you are bugging out and you leave a little bit late, you don't want to have to go through other cities to get to a safer area, because at the time you're going through the city, it might get hit. So you have to take that in consideration. But as a prepper, and if you really keep up with the news, hopefully you'll have a slight advantage over everyone else. But when it comes, it's going to come. We're not going to expect it, and it's going to hit us, because that's just the nature of fighting a nuclear war. They could have subs off our coast, and it would be just a very short period of time, 5-10 minutes, and you're not going to get a warning from Uncle Sam. They're not going to put this stuff out. They can barely do anything right, so warning you is not going to happen. So if you can leave now from the cities, leave. But yes, I know a lot of you can, and I do feel bad for you, but you're going to have to work out another plan, and that plan is getting away from a target. So what you need to do is, a lot of people ask, is this a target? I don't know. The easiest thing for you to do is just to Google it and study your area. You could do a much better job than I can. Plus, there's just too many people to try to pinpoint targets for them in their backyard. So you can do it, and you'll do a better job, trust me, because this is your life. This is a map. I've had this map 20 plus years. I don't think you sell them anymore. It's from Danger Zone, 1982, Washington, D.C., and then it has a order thing. I don't think you can get them anymore. It was $6 per each. I bought this thing a million years ago. I've had it forever. I laminated it myself. Inside my shop, I have a big U.S. map that's laminated. I bought from Amazon. I highly recommend anything like that. That way you can write on it with dry erase markers. Especially, it's important if you have the ability to track if there has been a limited nuclear exchange. You can plot them on your map and then look for a wind and look for direction. And typically, the wind in the United States blows this way. Typically, the upper atmospheric winds blow across us. Sometimes they come for me out of the south, they come from the north, but typically, overall, it's moving in this direction, typically. So you can use it to plot. If you can't afford a map, I did a video, and a lot of people took the advantage of this. They contacted their state's tourism, and they got free maps. And a lot of people said, hey, I actually got some good quality free maps from my state. This is a Cracker Barrel. They give them away for free. Now, granted, it's not the best map, but it will definitely help if you had nothing. This will definitely help you plot and see, because you want to make sure if you're going to leave a city that you don't go near another city that you're not counting on to be a nuclear target. And I will tell you, there's no guarantees that the missiles, the ICBMs, when they go off over our heads and then they send their multiple warheads all over the United States, that they're going to actually hit their target. So we all need to be concerned about, hey, our area might not be safe. We need to have a bug out plan. I'm critically thinking about my bug out plan. I mean, talking to a few of my buddies, because we have a nuclear power plant not that far away. I feel pretty safe, but I still need a plan in case that thing goes haywire where I can leave. So all of us need a plan. Even if you're in Podunk, way out here in the middle of the desert or something, have a plan. your chances of you implementing your bug out plan compared to someone living near Washington or New York, their chances are going to be high. They better be implementing theirs if there's a threat of nuclear weapons being detonated inside the United States. So get a map. I've told you that a million times. I've done a few videos. Get a map so you can plot what's around you, and you can try to figure out by Googling potential nuclear targets. Now, most of the ones on the internet, you know, they're not classified. The real list of targets is heavily classified, but there's enough smart people on the internet that they can come up with a very good, reasonable target list. Now, there could be multiple salvies of nukes, multiple launches. First of all, they're going to come and shoot, and they're going to try to take out our ICBMs, so we can't launch them, because if you can knock them out or damage it so bad in the silos that they can't launch, then Russia won't be getting a nasty surprise. So they're going to have primary targets, and those will be command and control. There'll be major communication centers. There'll be military. They're going to want to hit those targets. Then they have to do battle assessment damages, and they're going to have to assess if they took out that target. If not, then they'll target more in the second wave, in the secondary targets, and then they'll have a third. Now, they could all go and just shoot everything they have, but that's pretty much not typical, because they're going to want to make sure that they have some in reserves to take out key targets they need to take out. So, you know, there might be attack in the United States, so just be prepared. Hey, there could be more incoming. So if you live in a big city, you need to get a plan. You need to find a relative that's way out in the country and see how long it's going to take you to drive. Also, if everyone from a big city jumps in their car and tries to get out of there, you know what's going to happen. So have a plan where you might have to leave your car along the highway, because I've seen it in hurricane evacuations. It just becomes crazy coming out of Florida. So you're going to have a plan for a plan and a plan. Drive out, and you might have to have the ability to walk out. It's a complicated subject because there's so many variables. Just pray it never happens. So get your map, plot your places that could be hit by nukes, and then come up with an evacuation plan if you're in a big city. Thanks for watching.